So I would have said, oh look, Mum's here again, she's making me feel, because this is the a feeling that I've identified, and a word that I've identified with my mum, with the old story, is disempowered, right? So here's my mum again, making me feel disempowered, because she disempowers herself. She's making me feel disempowered again, and so again, me perpetuating and going down that sort of spiral of that, I caught myself, because I was in reactive mode, I caught myself mid going through that and stopping myself. And that's where the mirror came in, where I said, right, Jen, you know what this is. Yes, you reacted. Now pull yourself. I'm having a niacin flush, guys, on camera. I've took niacin B3 and it gives you a proper flush. So it's not that I'm embarrassed, but you will see my face go red. But oh well, listen, this is authentically me. I do this daily, so so it's just real. Where was I? Not niacin flush. So mid going through this with my mom, I pulled myself back and I said, right, Jen, you are, and to calm myself down, guys, I'm getting ahead of myself, but to calm myself down, get myself back in my flow, I started saying, Jen, neutral affirmations, general affirmations. Your master manifestor, Jen. You always get what you want in the end. The universe always provides. Somehow, some way, this is going to turn around. You're a master manifestor. I could have gone rude there, couldn't I? Master manifestor, and you always, the universe always provides. So I went general, and I love saying at the moment is oh God, it's gone out my head. What was it? I love saying, and I can't remember what it was. Somehow, some way, it's this flush. It's this flush. It's distracting me. Somehow, some way, I'm going to get what I desire. Somehow, some way, I'm going to get what I desire. So really, it's just bringing you back to these more neutral affirmations to self-soothe within those moments, and that's what I did. So it was able to bring me back, and then I was able to self-soothe to that point where I said, right, okay, so it's the mirror. So Mom was mirroring my feelings. The trigger, the reaction, was something that was going on within me. And then I thought, how can I find a solution to this? How can I find a solution within my mind? Because I know that everybody is you pushed out, so my thoughts create. So I wanted to send over energy to my mom. What am I going to send over to my mom through thought transmission at this point? And I thought, okay, right, I want my mom to start being empowered, because it's the mirror, right? So when I'm feeling disempowered, I know that is how my mom's feeling as well. My mom isn't feeling seen, my mom isn't feeling heard. I'm not feeling seen, I'm not feeling heard, I'm disempowered. So I was sending over energy to my mom to say, you've got a voice, you are empowered. Express what you want, not what you don't want, Mom. Think about what you want, what you don't want. Because I'm not going to go into detail with what my mom says, but from the life that my mom's had, she's never really had a voice. And this is where, when we have conversation, it's almost like she encourages me not to have a voice. And this, because that is in opposition, because I felt like I couldn't express as a child of what I went through. This is why it creates that reaction within me, because I'm almost saying, Mom, don't tell me I can't have a voice, I've got to speak my truth. So as you can imagine, this is where this difference in communication comes in. And so I was sending over energy to my mom to have this empowered feeling. You've got a voice, Mom, you are seen, you are heard. So I thought, right, that calmed me as well to think I can send over this positive energy to my mom. I'm gonna release any negativity from the old story. I'm gonna just send over positivity to my mom. And then from my end, right, Jen, so you're sending over this loving positive energy to your mom. So how can you feel empowered? What can you give yourself in this moment to feel empowered? And then I realised that for me, I understand that my energy is precious. And with no disrespect to my mom, I made a decision that the new story going forward is that I'm not going to let what my mom penetrates almost switch off when my mom starts going into victimhood, because this is what it is. And I can't be around people who go into victimhood too much. I can touch on it, but because I know that I choose the people in my life that are empowered, strong, positive people now, because that's my choice, because I can, because it's my life. I try to limit my time as much as I can around any negativity or any pessimism, even realism, and so when mom, because mom's obviously old, in her 70s, so when she starts talking disempowered and victim, then I've made a decision that I'm gonna just do a bit of okay, and not emotionally really engage, just kind of switch off and disengage from the conversation emotionally as much as I can. Now, as I say, that is not to bypass what my mom's saying. It's just because it frustrates me when I talk to people in my life about what our thoughts create, and to go for what we want, not what we don't want. We'll perpetuate that. And because it takes mom a long time to understand these concepts, that it frustrates me, and hence that's where we fall back into that cycle. So for me, again, that was empowering. So the mirror of that conversation, that entanglement, allowed me to understand that I had a choice. I had a choice, and I understand I have a choice in every area of my life, whether that's my love, whether that's my children, whether that's my the school with Nutritious Lives, whatever it is, it's a reflection of my state. Now, this is why it's so triggering, because yes, we have to take responsibility for other people. I don't mean to change them. I mean we have to take responsibility for that mirror of ourselves and what that reflects back in us. And it takes a while to really understand that, because when you don't understand, it's almost like a feeling of, so you're expecting me to change other people, so I've got to take responsibility for their actions and what they do. And no, you really haven't. You've got to take responsibility for yourself. But taking responsibility for yourself means changing part of the story of who they are. And that's if you want them in your life. If you don't want them in your life, if it's draining and it's not worth your time, so you've been, we'll use another analogy, a co-worker who you only see on a Wednesday, off the cuff, you don't seem to get, she or he triggers you, and obviously this is coming from the story within you, from your history, from some blockage. You don't gel energetically with this person. They say something that reminds you, it's not conscious, but they say something that reminds you of something from the past, and you're not probably even aware of it, but you're not gelling with this person that you see on a Wednesday. But the thing is, if you don't want to invest because there's only so much time in a day, and you want to invest your time where it's worth you going, if you don't want to deal with Sue because it's like, oh, I haven't even got the time to invest in Sue, I'll just kind of ignore Sue, and just when Sue comes around the corner, I'll just kind of move away, then that's fine. That's fine. You haven't got to fix everybody in your environment, or you haven't got to fix everything within yourself. You know, this isn't the work. The work isn't in every interaction that we have in our world. You see a stranger on the bus and they look at you the wrong way. We haven't got to, that's not the mirror and you've got to recreate yourself around that. It's not saying that. It's saying the big players in your lives, the ones who you want to keep and you want to invest in, those are the ones that are highlighting to you where your work needs to be, because they're your priority as well, you know, because you're choosing them to be in your life. So we've got a choice. But the main point is I'm going to keep going forward and highlighting this to you though. It is the mirror. It's patience, it's persistence, and understanding that everyone is just mirroring back to you the work that you need to do from within. And you haven't got to be perfect. You haven't got to get to a place where you are a monk and you sit there and you meditate and you never have a reaction and all you do is attract beautifulness to you, unless you want to be a monk, and that's amazing too. I'm not going for being a monk. I take my hat off to them. I think they're amazing. I want to still exist in the 3D environment that I choose to exist in. But I realise now that when something feels uncomfortable from someone I really care about and it's really affecting me, I know I've got to go within. I've got to take that time. I've got to go with neutral affirmations, and then I've got to really delve into what was that saying and how do I want to go forward with changing this story. So I hope you understood that, and maybe it triggers you, and maybe this is what you're meant to be watching because it was meant to trigger you. You know, look at it like that, because if you're on your manifesting journey, these are the things that need will and need to click into place for you to put your desires out, allow, let release, and I don't mean let go as in let go of your desire, but release the need to chase in any sort of way. So I'm going to be doing I'm going to do a couple of future videos on Everyone Is You Pushed Out, because I haven't done that yet. And even, you know, delving more into the scientific side of things, quantum field, and you know, there's loads of videos I want to put out, but I think that was very important because it's fresh in my mind today. And I'll go away with my mum, bless her little cotton socks. I don't know whether I'm going to put this out when I come back, but I'll go away with my mum to Germany, so I'm sure that we'll be able to really enjoy each other's company because of this little bit of a spat and me looking at things in another way. So I'm very optimistic about that, guys. So sending lots of love, lots of energy, positive energy your way, and have an amazing day, and see you in the next one.